good to be the king.
Hail to the king, baby.
Before I get started, I'd like to kindly ask that you hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.
Come on. Do it. Do it!
Jack, sorry about the whole decapitation thing. It's good to see you're in good spirits, though.
Life's been good to me.
So this is the king of physical media, and I'm back with yet another VHS haul. I've had a lot of good luck lately, so much so that I have about 5 videos worth of VHS hauls to record. So yeah, you could say I'm really living up to my name right now.
It's good to be the king.
This particular haul was a combination of yard sales, estate sales, and a thrift shop. Little spoiler, I found something that I honestly have never seen before in any of my travels. Here's a little teaser. It's a form of physical media that's not VHS or DVD. Let's just say it's really hard to come by, so stay tuned to the end of the video to see what I'm talking about. Without further ado, let's get into this week's haul. And of course, if you're enjoying this video, please like and comment down below. Per usual, first up we have some movie-related toys. I found this in a thrift shop. It's the Ivan Ooze bug robot from the Power Rangers movie. I don't know how many of you remember the Power Rangers movie, but this was some of the worst CGI that I've ever seen. But I honestly never see toys from that movie, so this was a must pick up for me. I also got this rubber King Kong figure from 2005. It actually just says Gorilla on the back, but it has broken chains on its wrists and its ankles, which would lead me to believe that it's a King Kong figure. Either way, I thought it was pretty cool, and I'll probably set it in the display behind me somewhere. Alright, it's about that time. It's VH motherfucking S time.
Goddamn right, that's the only way I work, Cap.
First up, we have the Robert De Niro and Martin Scorsese classic, Cape Fear. You know it's magic anytime these two guys get together. And if you've ever seen this movie, you know that Robert De Niro plays one crazy bastard in it. Plus, like on most VHS, I found this cover art to be really cool as well. Next, we have some more De Niro. This is Analyze This. This movie was basically the comedy version of Sopranos. But don't let the comedy fool you. Yes, it's hilarious, but it also goes kind of hard as well.
You got a gift, my friend.
Next, we have an underrated movie that a lot of people wouldn't think to give a chance. I'm talking about The Pianist. Pianist? Pianist? I don't know how to say that. This movie blew me away the first time I watched it. Now be warned, it is a bit of a tough watch in some spots. But picture a survival story set in Nazi-occupied Europe. Adrian Brody's character in this movie is really put through some shit. We also have one of the greatest war movies ever made, Saving Private Ryan. The opening scene on the beach in this movie is probably still one of the most tense war scenes that I've ever seen in my life. It's Spielberg doing Spielberg things and showing you the gritty reality of war.
War is hell.
Up next, we have National Lampoon's Vacation. First of all, I just want to say this has an amazing cover, and this is a classic comedy, and I think we need more people like Chevy Chase in Hollywood these days. Up next, we have Airplane, a spoof movie that's also considered a classic of comedy. This, of course, features the icon of comedy in Leslie Nielsen, and it has a pretty memorable cover as well.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I also picked up Air Force One. This is a classic Harrison Ford action movie. If I had to pick one movie president to represent us in real life, it would be Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford has always been high tea, and he pretty much just doesn't give a fuck about anything. I also picked up Misery, more Stephen King horror here. Misery is definitely a cautionary tale about crazy-ass fans who take shit a little bit too far. Kathy Bates' character was basically the original Stan.
Dear mister, I'm too good to call and write my fans.
I also picked up another copy of Aliens, but this is different than the version I already have. As you can see, this is the one with Ripley and Newt on the cover, featured in that iconic scene where they confront the alien queen. Not really sure which one I like better yet, but this was a variant cover of one of my holy grails, so I definitely had to get this one. And we're still going. I have a lot to get through this week. Up next, we have Passenger 57. I've already expressed on this channel a few times my love for Wesley Snipes, and this was one of his classic action movies that solidified him as a legitimate movie star.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I also picked up Blade Runner. Funny story about this one, I passed on this VHS when I saw it in an antique shop for $8, and I regretted it for a little while because I just felt like I was never going to see it again. But my patience paid off because I picked this up at a yard sale for just $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I'm not the biggest Blade Runner fan, but this cover is just too awesome to pass up. I also got Bad News Bears. This is definitely a movie that could have never been made now. This one was definitely not made for PC culture, and that was pretty much all the more reason for me to buy it. But it also had this cool comic book inspired cover to it that kind of reminded me of the Mad Magazine artwork that you would typically see in that. There's so many different Star Wars box sets, and I feel like I'm getting a different one every week. I always see this one, the one I have, as well as the gold special edition, but I came across the silver widescreen special edition version. This was actually one of the box sets I never owned when I was younger. As you can see, these are the ones with the more modern covers.
Stay on target. We're too close.
And last but certainly not least, we have the Godfather trilogy, 100% sealed in plastic. I already have a few different versions of the Godfather trilogy on VHS. I actually have this one exactly in that little box set right there, but it's not sealed in plastic. You know, I just had to pick these up sealed when I found them. This is one of the greatest cinematic trilogies of all time. And yes, I even like part 3. I know it's not as good as 1 or 2, but not many movies are. They did have a lot to live up to with that one, but it's still better than most movies we get these days, so.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Alright, to finish things off this week, I have this VHS storage case. I thought it was awesome simply because each little compartment has its own little door, which I think is pretty cool, and I've never really seen that before. But what was really crazy was what was inside the case.
What's in the box?
It wasn't VHS, it wasn't DVD, it was actually beta tapes. Specifically the beta tape for Star Trek III, The Search for Spock. As you can see, these are much smaller than VHS. For those that don't know, beta tapes were actually originally supposed to be an alternative to VHS. It was basically the old school version of Blu-ray versus HD DVD. Of course, VHS eventually won out and became the dominant physical media platform. But having a beta tape is a cool piece of history that I didn't know that I needed until right now. There's a quick shot of the tape itself. So the king of physical media has now acquired beta tapes. Shit's getting real now. So that'll do it for this week's haul. Let me know what your favorite thing was in the comments down below. As always, please like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time right here on Real Shift. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Y'all be cool. Shut up.